But I just was in a beautiful mood, and few people were commenting. They wanted to see me. They wanted to see me. I don't want to show my face on a cam. There are lots of reasons for that. But here you can see these are my feet, and this is me on the sofa. And yeah, this is my remote. So, all right, let's get started. I discussed yesterday in the lives. Um, when you meditate, when you are manifesting your type C goal or your biggest dream, why it also brings you pain, why it brings you a lot of shocks and surprises, and why you should be really ready for it. So if you have missed that, it is the sequel of that. So in that video I have explained why this happens, so do check that out. And here I'm actually sharing the real stories, okay, why this happens, okay. By the way, yesterday in that video as well, I have discussed a case which is about manifesting a specific person and how you would see the changes. It is just a case. There can be any blockages and there can be anything. The point to be understood is what are we doing by meditating and by consciously creating something is we are changing our 3D reality. And when you change the 3D reality, the old goes out and the new comes, okay. And the time element is not in anybody's hands, so it can be very quick, very instant. It can be like very slow transition, and you would really feel a lot of pain if there is a slow transition taking a lot of time or something like that. But don't worry about it. Even if it's taking a lot of time, everything is energy. All right, so we always have to follow the laws of energy, everything, all the teachings that we are learning. And with conscious knowledge and teachings of all these, you would be able to definitely reach your end result, your goal, okay. And as I have said, I'm discussing the example. First example comes from my beloved mentor Neville Goddard and his teachings. uh, Neville was the first one who actually came in my life, and it's again a long story, cutting short. But Neville was the first one who came in my life, and then I followed him. I made a Neville schedule for myself that I would love to share with my paid clients, how to live life. And it really changed my reality. And let us first of all discuss the examples that Neville himself has shared, okay, the pain and the shocks during the manifestations, okay. Very popular story. Neville Goddard's wedding story. Those of you who are beloved students of Neville Goddard and you're a fan of Neville, you must be knowing his wedding story, how he manifested his wife. And in that story itself, what Neville did is he simply did um, live in the end, correct? What Neville did live in the end, that he already is happily legally married with the girl he wanted to marry, okay. And he had to divorce his first wife for that matter. And it was just a wedding, probably in the very young age, so nobody was really understanding what wedding is, and they were neither staying together as a family. So actually that was not a wedding, or there was not or never as a family or something like that at all, okay. But legally, if you say, Neville had to divorce his wife. who was legally, on paper, so and so person was his wife. And it it also brought the shocks in the Neville's life, because he was living a life as a professional dancer, and doing his career and all that, and all of a sudden in his normal daily life, he I'm still feeling a lot of energy on my belly box when I talk about such shocks, because I have experienced lots of shocks in my life, and such shocks are not easy to handle. So I can really correlate what happens and how things show up, and how it really shocks us. It's very difficult to digest, because all of a sudden something very weird occurs. And this weird thing occurred in Neville's case as well. When everything was going well, he got a call from the court. Can you imagine a normal person getting called from a court? And in Neville's era, the divorces were not common, they were not easy to get. And forget about normal individual thinking about the court. And he got a call from the court saying, your wife is on trial and you have to visit. So it wasn't like something occurred, and then he discussed it with his wife, and then they signed divorce papers. No, but a very strange event occurred. So he had to go to the court and something, and whatever. So yes, the shocking events did occur in Neville's personal life as well, when he did it for his wife, the case that I discussed. Now, second example, also I'm telling you from the Neville's teachings. Uh, Neville's, which case should I tell you? Let me think. Shocks. I had one in my mind. Uh, yes. The Neville's client's case, he discusses in his lecture, which is about the inner conversation. Okay, it's a success story of the inner conversation, and it's a story of a couple, and the man starts getting deaf. So he gets some hearing problem, and doctors state that it is not going to get well, but it is going to worsen day by day. And eventually, coincidentally, his wife attends Neville's lectures, and she decides to try this for her husband. And it's a beautiful case. I really remember it very sharply, very precisely. I rather also told this to my specific person when we were going through the tough phase and we were just reunited. And I told him, so and so are the things, and this is a case. I was teaching him all these things. So it's a beautiful case. I love it personally. So come back to the case. She did it. She only took one line. The line was, Betty, I can hear you perfectly. That's it. And she was hearing this only one line again and again and again in her mind every day without fail, in her husband's voice. Okay, but even when she was doing it, nothing actually um, occurred, like a big thing or any positive change or something, but she was persistently doing it. She didn't left that. Okay. And on the contrary, the husband's situation was getting worse in day by day. Okay. And one day, all of a sudden, her husband collapsed and he was admitted in a hospital. So she got the information in her spare time in home, got a call from husband's office to see him in a hospital for some emergency stuff. And then he was actually admitted over there with the tremendous pain in his ear and lot of bleeding from the ear and something like that. But the moment she visited her husband, her husband said exact same line that she was again and again rehearsing in her mind, the inner conversation. Her husband said, Betty, now I can hear you perfectly. So, this actually happened. This did happen. But what Neville explains these things as the series of events will occur and they will take you towards the manifestation. So, what kind of series of events will occur? It is not in your hands. Okay? In Abraham Hicks language, we say how the path is unfolding. You know, you don't know that, and you do not have any control over that. How is the question never to be asked. Okay? Time related question never to be asked. Never ask why. Because why answer of every question you did not really know, and if you know, it is more painful many times. Lot of dirt will come out. Why any person is behaving bad with you. Don't ask. Because universe will instantly start giving you the answers and it is more painful. So just our job is to say thank you, my job is done. Because you got the desire and you have visualized, you have done your job, and you are just now keep your mouth shut, keep everything secret. This is your biggest responsibility. And third case, of course, in my case as well, I have seen horrible series of events. And when I was actually going through all those horrible series of events, I never ever encountered them in my this life, never ever thought about them. So of course I wasn't prepared for those at all. And of course there was no preparation, there was no rehearsal, and all of a sudden something happens. It is more difficult to handle. So I really got massive shocks, and those videos are there on our channel. When I got those shocks, when my reality actually teared apart, the life that I was living, all of a sudden that teared apart, and it was very painful. Very painful, very shocking, very surprising. But yes, then my life started. I didn't turn back. I didn't resist the change. It was very difficult, but I trusted God. I continued trusting in God and me, and I continued my meditations. And with this, then slowly I started realizing, oh my God, whatever has happened is for my good. And now my life started moving. Now all the happy things started happening in my life. Now mentally I'm feeling good. Now I'm earning better. Now all of a sudden my life is very good. Now I'm free. Now I'm more happy. And path started unfolding more. I started getting more and more solutions. My problems started getting eased. Happiness came in my life. My vibrations changed to more free, more happy. And absolutely, then I am here today, significantly in my happy vibrations. Yes, and I have already shared in my one of the lives, probably 2 to 3 days before, that after a long time some really contrast event occurred, and I just realized, oh my God, I am actually living in my dream reality. And that was so sweet thing. And I will also show it to you, my vision board and the things I have manifested in one of the video. But it's a video, or maybe I'll share it in a post, whatever. But yes, finally I have landed in my dream reality. And something is going outside, some program, so I'm stopping here. But see you soon in the next one. Do subscribe to my channel, stay with me, and let's keep studying together. And I would love to share actual things in life, what happens when you meditate. So that's why it's kind of my vlog when I'm doing lives over here. And do hit the notification bell icon so that you will be able to join my such lives. It is more than the theory that actually a person who's going through can share with you, so that you will actually get to know what things are, how things actually happen, and you would be able to manifest more safely, more strongly. Okay, you won't get shocked, because in my case, when such things were occurring, I wasn't having enough people around me who were having this knowledge, or I wasn't able to talk to anybody like that. So I want this to be a very happy community, and I want people to have this knowledge and help each other as well in their manifesting journey. So see you soon in the next one. Till then, bye.